The history of the United States is a story of exploration, independence, expansion, and transformation. Long before the arrival of Europeans, the land was inhabited by Native American tribes, each with its distinct cultures and traditions. These indigenous peoples thrived for thousands of years, living in harmony with the land and developing advanced societies. In 1492, the Italian explorer Christopher Columbus, sailing under the Spanish flag, arrived in the Americas, sparking the age of European exploration. Over the next century, European nations, including Spain, France, and England, established colonies in the New World. The English settled along the eastern coast, founding the first permanent colony in Jamestown, Virginia, in 1607. As the colonies grew, tensions between the settlers and the British government increased, especially over issues like taxation without representation. These tensions reached a boiling point in 1775, when the American Revolution began. In 1776, the 13 colonies declared their independence from Britain, citing the unfair treatment they had endured. The Declaration of Independence, written by Thomas Jefferson, outlined the colonies' desire for freedom and self-governance. The American Revolution was a hard-fought struggle, but in 1781, the British were defeated at the Battle of Yorktown, and the Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783, officially recognizing the United States as an independent nation. The new country faced many challenges, including creating a government. In 1787, the U.S. Constitution was written, establishing a federal system of government with checks and balances. The Bill of Rights, ratified in 1791, guaranteed essential freedoms like speech, religion, and assembly. In the 19th century, the United States expanded westward, acquiring new territories through treaties, wars, and the concept of manifest destiny, the belief that the U.S. was destined to expand across the North American continent. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 and the annexation of Texas in 1845 were pivotal moments in this expansion. However, the issue of slavery in the new territories created divisions between the North and South, leading to the Civil War in 1861. The Civil War, fought between the Union, the North, and the Confederacy, the South, was one of the most devastating conflicts in American history. The war was primarily about the issue of slavery, but it also addressed the future of the nation and the power of the federal government. In 1865, the Union emerged victorious, and slavery was abolished with the 13th Amendment. The country was reunited, but the effects of the war and the struggle for civil rights continued for many years. As the U.S. entered the 20th century, it transformed into an industrial power, with new technologies and industries changing the landscape. The country played a major role in both World War I and World War II, emerging from these conflicts as a global superpower. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union dominated much of the second half of the century, leading to a nuclear arms race and the spread of democracy and capitalism. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s sought to end racial segregation and discrimination, leading to landmark legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The country also faced challenges in foreign policy, including the Vietnam War and the fight against terrorism in the 21st century. Today, the United States stands as a symbol of democracy and freedom, with a rich history of overcoming adversity and striving for equality. It is a nation that continues to evolve, shaped by its diverse population and the ongoing quest for justice, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.